I don't propose to say too much, but I'll just make 6 points. And firstly, I want to just acknowledge Frank Sartor, who's here, as being a pioneer in this field, because what he proposed and had to argue for back in 99 or 2000 is what we're all talking about now, and it has dispersed. I've got 6 points. The first is that it offers, importantly, a bonus for floor space and height, but in doing that, it allows the DCP to be tested. And often the DCPs are done by very talented people, but they're not always going to get it right. And what a design excellence process can do is, at times, prove a better way to distribute the mass on the side. It also pre-approves a design excellence strategy. So it shows that if you are successful in height and floor space, where might you put it so that it's not at the stage one, so it's not a surprise for anyone else. A lot of the people from overseas who are now looking at our process often wonder how we could add extra height or floor space without it being a surprise for all the protesters, if you like, interested parties around the site. But we have a methodology of allowing for it. And it also creates a nexus between the project that created, or the architects that created the project, and their ongoing involvement in the delivery of the project. And without that, it's hard to build that nexus. But if in the design excellence process, if they've used that to succeed in winning up to 10% additional value, usually the building height, we can build that into the process. The second thing is the jury acts as a proxy for the proponent. It brings expertise to the table, and there are recommendations for improvement of the project in the jury report. In a way, it brings a high value of assessment to the project, which is not normally available. The proponent couldn't call the former government architect, the former design expert, this gold medal winning architect, and have this group focus on his project at a moment in time. So, and that's important to say, that the jury is not really there to assess the compliance of the project in planning terms. That's got to be done, but it has a solid appreciation of what that compliance might be. The third thing is it socialises the planning, design and commercial considerations. So it gives the architect an equal balance between the three issues, and it gives planners a better understanding of the commercial issues for the proponent. And likewise, it gives the proponent a better understanding of the public interest policies that are at play. It creates a conversation. It is about a conversation about the application of those policies to that project in time. And some of them are quite difficult. The fourth thing is it's a partnership between the consent authority and the proponent. It allows the public interest issues to elevate. I have seen very tough issues being wrestled with by the public interest representatives and by the proponent, and they have shared that difficulty. A lot of them in projects are outside of any one party's controls. And of course what this does it brings language to the table, and it makes it more common, so that it builds confidence for the proponents and the financial interests to be discussing urban design terms as much as it does for the architect or the planner to be discussing the financial and economic terms. It delivers a high degree of certainty for the consent authority because the alternatives have already been tested. Originally, it was designed to be a contestability of approach, and that is more at the planning was done at the stage 1. At the stage 2, it is a contestability for delivery of language and for resolution. So it gives certainty to the consent authority for decision making, provided that rigour is there with the jury, and that is the final step in the process, which is important because that's where the spend has to be more certain. And finally, design excellence. It's not the be-all and end-all for quality architecture, but it seems to deliver it about 90% of the time, judging by the 100 projects that have gone under design excellence at the City of Sydney. And there are variations of achieving that conversation, that collaboration, and that intensity of consideration of the project, which we do from time. And clearly the buildings have improved since 2000, roughly, and have got, I think, better and more complex as they have gone on. So there you go. I think that's a quick one.